Hi everyone, I'm back again with another indie game. This time, and I may butcher the name on this, but I believe it's called Esoteric Ebb. And I'm excited to play this. I saw this on Steam and it looked really interesting. The demo is currently available on Steam right now, so you get to try it out for free. So we're gonna see what it's like. I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit from the Steam page, because I actually had to remind myself what this was about. We're just gonna pause that. So, Esoteric Ebb is a single-player CRPG inspired by the freedom of tabletop adventures. Unravel a political conspiracy with your goblin sidekick. Roll dice in intense encounters, become a cleric of legends, or completely ruin the campaign. So, from what I remember of me browsing the store page on this, it's very yeah, it's based off of like DnD RPGs. So I thought this was a cute little. I thought it was very cute. I liked the artwork for it, so I wanted to give this a try. Sorry. So let's just kind of dive into it. I haven't played. This is my first time opening it up, so we're just gonna start a new game and see how it goes. Now, I do have to say I've never played like a full D&D game before, so you'll have to bear with me if I'm a little slow on some of the mechanics of a game like this. Now, let's see. Now, I'm expecting there's going to be a lot of reading to do. So we have, looks like a list of stats. So lore, every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torna's lament, folk prayer. So, okay, and then I'm guessing it'll just give us a little briefing on each of the characteristics that we can put points into for our character. So, strength. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-filled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities. But why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle toward competency. Luckily, you already know your cause. To protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot. Regain your honor. Set out your divine mission. The cleric's unique take on strength. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read through all of these. Just cause I mean the devs wrote it for some lore accuracy. I want to be as lore accurate as possible. Cause like I've played RPGs before, but I mean every game has a different take on, you know, what these characteristics will do for your character, so we'll see. Let's see. The lore. It is imperative to simply explain to these people that they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Meriadoc Moonwatch. Sights beyond reeds. Dexterity. Measures natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance, and of course, your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you. To grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good. To progress towards a new future, full of freedom, so that those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you, no one else will. And that's their take on dexterity. So I'm guessing the cleric. I keep saying the cleric's unique take. So maybe the cleric is some like maybe their form of government or some sort of hierarchy. Okay. In this world, maybe. So dexterity, and then let's look at constitution. Always listen to your hungry stomach. The hedonist, a blind manifesto. I mean, they're not wrong. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. So listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in when you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate, can be traced back to the lower half of that stomach of yours. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshy logic. Simple, easy, truthful. Okay. Alright. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead, through the merit of ability and nothing else. Lord Filius Prax, Autobiography Prax. So this is for intelligence. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is only proper for you to hone this pulsating mass within your skull. But why? Simple. Pure, unadulterated ego. Knowledge rules the world. So too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. Oh, okay. You know everything about the past, therefore it is only rational. You will truly know the future as well. Okay. I mean, usually I do like intelligence builds. This intelligence is a little strong. The large crumble upon their heavy forms. The mystical falter at the crucial point. The small rise to the occasion. Halfweed's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you, to feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathetic bond with her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people, for good or bad, and pick up details others would pass by. It is your belief in the heart of all folk, to give and share what you have, and be completely and utterly selfless. It is the only true road to redemption. Gods only know how hard you try. Okay. Right, and then we'll see the last one. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk, to think them capable of making rational and informed decisions, devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. It is, frankly, inspiring. Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Charisma measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality, but they don't need to know that. Oh, okay. Smooth talk your way into any position of your liking. You can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around your will. Like a chameleon, become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. Ooh, okay. So usually when I do RPGs, I do tend to go more towards like a higher intelligence, charisma type of build. And then also adding in like strength if I need to fight. So if it's a fighting type game, I do focus on strength, but those are like my usual top 3. So okay. So right now we're already I see that they have us pretty like average for most everything. But I think we can add in yeah, I mean we can change these too if we want. So I think I'm gonna go in with a little more wisdom. Yeah, we're like we're starting off in this demo. I mean, and reminder, this is the demo, so I mean, how the final game version of this is gonna look might look a little different. I don't know, but for our purpose of the demo, I think we should stick to pretty average right now. But so I'm gonna kind of follow what I would normally pick. Like I said, my top 3. And then I'm gonna keep my stats pretty average for the most part. Let's see, strength. Okay, we have a lot of. I'm assuming this is for the demo, because we have a lot of points to put in here. Let me just move myself to. Oops. Let me move myself to the bottom of the screen so you can actually see. Can see this a little bit better. So the top right here. At the very, very top of the page, all those little circles, those are our points that we're currently putting into all of this. So we can actually we can just start putting more into everything, I'm assuming. Just to kind of hurry this up a bit, because I do want to start like actually playing the game. I know I am playing the game, but you know what I mean. I want to actually get to the gameplay part of it, other than just the character creation part. So I'm gonna put a little bit more, and I think I'm good. Okay. So we're good on this. Punching bag. What is this? Okay. So these were all of our just number stats, and then down here is we can choose our character background. So we can read through them. Let's see. Punching bag. So you're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. Okay, and then we'll have a +2 for Constitution and +1 Charisma. Okay. Troll killer. You don't remember it, but you know well how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Okay. I might go with that one, but let's see what else there is. Kiosk kid. I like that little little drawings in that. Pest control guild, mimic, mishap, apartment complex, and shambles. Didn't look like normal furniture. That looks like that one meme. Where they're pointing behind them and they have like an O face. Okay, kiosk kid. Your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. Okay. Well, that explains the little newspaper graphic right there. So we would get +2 dexterity and +1 charisma. Okay. A lore enthusiast. So, lore enthusiast. Spending time alone in the city. You often ended up at the Dorovian library. The strange history of Jor's realm was a constant companion to you. +2 intelligence and +1 wisdom. I like this one. Okay, I might do lore enthusiast, but let's see what else there is. So, crowd pleaser. I'm noticing these are mainly based on like if you're going heavily into like one thing like strength or intelligence. Like it's emphasizing the different builds. So it's just kind of like whatever one like we're trying to focus more into, and then based off of that pick one of these backgrounds to kind of boost those stats. So, crowd pleaser. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. Okay, this is +2 charisma and +1 intelligence. I don't think I will go for this. I mean, it does go into some of the stats that I wanted to prioritize, but I don't think I want to be a crowd pleaser. I don't think I want my character build to be so dependent on like what other people think of me. Let's see. Little weirdo. Okay. You were a novelty to them. The boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. Okay. That's an interesting one. I think if I do like I like these different options so far. I mean, I haven't gotten to the gameplay part of it, but I do like these different character personalities that you can build off of, I'm assuming, throughout your gameplay. Because these are just, you know, the starting backgrounds, but I'm assuming like as you play, you're developing your character, making new choices on top of that. So these are very unique personalities. I would actually, I could see myself enjoying going through and picking a different personality and like each time I play this game, doing a different like background and choosing different things that I normally wouldn't play as, because like I said, usually with RPGs I would go for like intelligence and charisma or strength. Those are my top 3, but I don't know. I mean, because this would, like this one in particular, little weirdo, this one would, you know, kind of boost the charisma stat, but it is a very particular personality. So interesting. I don't think I'll pick this one though. I'm gonna see what else. I don't know how many of these are there. Asgolast activist. Your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and worse, dwarf propaganda. Interesting. Okay. So I love these little like fake newspaper clippings. Local rally stopped by fascist landlord. The manifesto. What we learned from the hedonists. This is so funny. Okay, I like that. I like that little addition to the game. It makes it the little quirkiness. I like that. Okay, if I could actually go back to my game. I had clicked off, and then now my computer is okay. It's because I was trying to use my it was letting me use my mouse, not my mouse, my let me see. It was letting me use my controller at first, and then now it's acting up, but you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna switch over to mouse and keyboard then. So our next one is Earthguard Recruit, and I might be saying that name wrong, and I am so sorry. If it's not Earthguard, I'm sorry. It looks like Earthguard, not like the planet Earth, but it looks like it would be similar. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training, drilled on the city code and virtues, but you survived. Okay, so this seems more like... I'm gonna turn down the music just a bit. So this seems like more of like a soldier kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing the Earth Guard are more like they're military maybe in this society. One friend. You really ever only prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage as always. +2 dexterity and +1 wisdom. I don't know. I guess if we were going for like being like a hopeless romantic type of personality, I don't think I'll choose that for trying it out. Acolyte. Your knack for scribing got you a promotion to the clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city. Okay. So basically a cleric. Okay. Tower Apprentice. Joining the towers is an honor bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge, even for you. Who would have thought lectures were so draining? Okay. So this is more, it's similar to the other one that that I was thinking of picking, but it's more of like, you're an up-and-comer, type of deal with intelligence. And, so, okay, maybe. I might think about that one. Arcane Prodigy. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You've always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. Okay. More like wizard type of deal. If we want to focus on magic. Palace Pawn. Ooh, I like that drawing. I'm digging the vibes so far. The music so far that's playing in the background, the art that's in here. I like that everything is beginner friendly, which is great for me because, like I said, I've never really played D&D. I know a little bit, like, as like an overview of it, but I never really went in depth with it, so I appreciate that this is beginner friendly. Palace Pawn. As a rising talent, you often found yourself midst the politicking of superiors, despite your best efforts. It never ended well for you. Okay. So we could definitely choose to have a very like a troubled past almost with these backgrounds. That, I mean, it would make our run more interesting, but I could always play this again. Like, honestly, like, I mean, so far I'm liking this, and depending on how the gameplay itself goes, I may want to play the full release of this anyway. So let's see. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. These are interesting. Oh, okay. I'm having a hard time picking just one. So, Esoteric Expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge. Yet you did not stop. Never. +2 to wisdom and +1 for constitution. Okay. Revolutionary scribe, disillusionment, a city with ideals not upheld. One day you chose a side, the emergency democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. Okay, more political background. Okay. Abject apostate. No one likes you. It's very straightforward. Okay. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. Okay. So you could really pick to have a very, very troubled past. Very troubled personality, probably. A dead cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the youth guard, devoting your life and becoming a cleric. Was it always supposed to end in the river? So, would we be like a necromancer? We're dead? How does that work? I'm tempted to pick this just to find out, but then there's a lot of these backgrounds that I'm tempted to pick, so I don't know. Punching back. It's like, okay. Yeah, okay, so I forgot about that one. Yeah, and then now we're just cycling back through. It got to me again. Okay, some of these are interesting. I think I'm gonna go for the lore enthusiast, just as like a safe background. I'm gonna play it safe in this demo run. And just see, because like honestly all of these personality backgrounds are very, very interesting. So okay. Did it save? Okay, yes it did. I went back because I wasn't sure how to. I think I did these right. Yeah, I did all of this, and then I clicked here. I don't want to click this. I'm trying to figure out how to, unless like when I return, I can just load. Okay, no, that's if I actually saved. I'm trying to figure out how to start the game. Okay. I didn't even click on these other, because like when I was looking at the different characteristics of each like personality trait, like I wasn't even going over here. And increased manhood, be violent and or manly, useful in encounters, roll a low strength cleric. Oh wow, is afraid of women. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm ready to play. I don't know. I like these. Okay, it keeps giving me like, I don't know how to start the game is the thing. And I don't want to click this because I feel like it's going to give me just not what I wanted. Do I need to... Oh, okay. So that's what I was missing. Okay, I did see that it kept flashing up here, but I was confused, right? So I saw that the proficiencies, these two little things right here, were flashing. I didn't realize that I needed to click on a couple of these and be proficient, like how it's, see, if I unclick these, then I took away the proficiency. So I think I'm going to be proficient in wisdom and intelligence. No, wait, no. Because I want to kind of equal it out, so I want to be proficient also in strength. So wisdom and strength. We'll do that. Okay, now it'll let me go on, because let me show you. So before, hold on, just move myself up here. See, now we have this finish button at the bottom right here. That wasn't there before until we put in our 2 proficiencies into strength and wisdom. So now let's start. And hopefully I can go back over here maybe. If that's not a good spot, then I will change it. But let's see. Let's go to the next page. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The frailest cleric on record, yet also an esoteric genius, the perfect man for the job. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to make them all bow before... I think it said bow before you. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for... Oh, okay, it's going a little bit fast. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris, and make sure to save often. You literally have no health. Oh my goodness. Okay, speak with dead. 3rd level necromancy. Casting time 1 action. Range 10 feet. Components VSM, burning incense. Duration 10 minutes. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. I have to let my dog in. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that is third level necromancy. Okay. Interesting. Is that I wonder if that's a spell that we've been given or that we already know. Do I need to click on you? Oh, okay. I didn't need to click on it. Jor, truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence. Success. Rag? Your name is Rag? Ragn? I'm gonna say Rag. I don't know. I'm not too sure on that pronunciation, so I'm just gonna say Rag. Our name is Rag. Let's see. And in your statement of citizenry, Rag Hemlin, I'll just be Rag. Correct. Okay. You answer. Another question from the darkness. Okay, so is Jor our that's like the god of this world? I'm trying to like stay focused. So this is like also similar to like the D&D cuz he's kind of narrating. So our narrator is like the god of this world maybe? I could be wrong and I'm just making things up, but that's what it seems like. What is your occupation? I could look around. What's an occupation in this context? Or stay silent. I'm gonna go with number 2. Success. Work. Getting paid for labor. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's true. Didn't you have a job? Something really important? Success. Your class. Tell the voice about your class. I can look around. What's an occupations context? Class. What class am I? I have a very important job to do. But I could stay silent. I'm gonna go with number 4. Because didn't they just say that I needed to go do something? And that I was the only one like that they sent out to do it. I'm gonna pick number 4. Way too important. You'll never make it out alive. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence there, Dexterity. Also, why am I talking to the stats? That's interesting. Okay. Jor. It takes a while before the next question is posed. So I'm kind of just like floating around in this like darkness with these voices in my head. It's interesting. What is your current goal? In all caps lock. We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. Okay. The Goblin Chieftain. She needs you. And we can pick a tea shop exploded? Why all these questions? To find the Goblin Chieftain. Is that right? Or I could just stay silent. I love how in all of this I could just be like the silent type and just like not give anything. No personality whatsoever. You know, I'm gonna go with the first one. Maybe they'll give me more information. Unfortunately, yes. The first answer is that's not good. I like tea shops. Great. I hate tea shops. They should be banned. Or I don't have any strong opinions on tea shops. In fact, I never think of them at all. Okay, I'll go with the first one. I like tea shops. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on tea shops at a later date. Well, I wasn't trying to just think about tea shops. I thought they were going to give me more information about what happened. There is a question to be answered. Your goal is... why all these questions? No clue, but you should keep them talking. It's been silent here for far too long. Okay, so I'm kind of running out of dialogue options. I guess I'm just gonna pick number 3. You know it to be true. Okay. Continue. No reply, no feedback. What is your political affiliation? I need to get more water because my throat is a little bit dry, so bear with me for like a couple minutes. Okay, I am back. Let's just get set up again. Okay. Drink a little bit of water. I was noticing my throat has been feeling a little itchy lately, so let's hope that I'm not getting sick again. We've been having, I live in California. We've been having weird temperatures lately. So it'll be either really, really hot or really cold. Usually during the daytime, it's been really hot. And then at night, it's super cold. Let me see, actually, if I have a little cough drop I can use for my throat. Okay. Now, hopefully, this me sucking on this cough drop does not get annoying for anybody. So let's continue because I am so curious as to what is happening and why we have these voices just talking to us and questioning us right now. So let's see. Because I know there's something urgent that we need to go do very heroically, but we're being questioned right now. So let's see. The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. Theocracy is a farce. Don't stoop so low. If you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgoas. Okay. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. Why is intelligence so, prideful? Let's see. The Free Striders, maybe? Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are exhausting. The stomach. I forgot the on the page, on the little profile page about each of the different stats. it had talked about, I think it was Constitution was like, oh, you need to follow your gut. I just realized that the little picture of it is a gut. Okay, so I appreciate that we can go back up and see like which one. I'm guessing like whatever we choose is going towards that personality characteristic. Like I think right now we're still kind of building up on our character, like our character's personality kind of. Let's see. So I think I want to go with, I'll go with wisdoms. If you cuz I liked what they said, if you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgolis. Oh, I'm gonna go with that. I think we're gonna make our character a very caring person. So let's do that. Number 2. Life is a struggle. To alleviate oppression, the exiles know this well. Exiles. I wonder what they did. You have supported them in the past. Time to do so again. Okay. So maybe we'll be like a rebel. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. Oh, good. Okay. How did you die? Just it trips me out when it's just yelling at me in caps lock. Um. So following your convictions, same way you lived, unable to step out of the uniform, not for 1 second. Now's your chance. Break free. Let's see. We could say, I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. Stay silent until the darkness ends. Like this whole time, we could just not say anything. I am not dead. Oh boy. Okay, so the 4th option kind of sounds like denial. I don't know if we are dead. I'm assuming we could be dead because we're in like total darkness. Or we're unconscious. I'm gonna go with the first one. Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna keep commenting. It said it was the last question, but I thought they were still gonna say something. Okay. Ooh. I like that animation. Okay. Well, this is very pretty looking. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess we were dead. Dot dot dot. A fresh start. Get up. Your heartbeat is loud, screaming. Your body aches. It's stiff, as if you've slept for days. Well, I guess because we were dead. Ready for your glorious quest to continue. Look around you. Check your stuff. Wait, what's this about a quest? Move on. Before we move on, I think I'm gonna look around. A circular stone chamber, a storage for apples and corpses. That's interesting. They keep their dead with their food. It's interesting. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstad? I'm gonna check my stuff. I appreciate that I can also, like, I think I already said this, but I do appreciate that I can, like, go back up and look at the chat log in my head. What stuff? Well, I mean, I don't know. It was an option, so I clicked on it. I didn't know if I had stuff or not. Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic. Sweat. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Well, I mean, if we were legally dead, I'm sure our belongings were probably collected somewhere if we had any. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Oh. I mean, yeah, this would be really scary to just wake up after being, like, unalived for a while. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Okay, let's just click on... What's that about a quest? +1 hit point. Did I get hurt? Oh, okay. On the side over here. Got it. It came at me so fast I thought something attacked me. Oh yes, a quest. You're on a quest to save the city. Okay, so that's what... Yeah. They were talking about that earlier. That we had something important that we needed to go do. And that, I think we were the only ones who could do it. Interact with highlighted words to receive a glossary entry. Okay. Earth be blessed. Okay. Journal updated. Where's my journal? Hello? Is there a J for journal? No? Okay. I don't know where that went. I saw something got scribbled, but I don't know where my journal is. So maybe I can access that, like, after. Okay. Oh! I was so busy looking around the page, and it says it right here. Right in front of me. Okay, I love that. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting it right in front of my face because, yeah, I need a little extra help with comprehension. So, okay, so Earth is our deity, okay, of this world. So, save the city. Do I remember everything? I'm gonna pick number 2. Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. The tea shop. Yep. The tea shop that blew up. Okay, well, yeah, why... How do we even know about the tea shop? If we've been unconscious the whole time, how... Okay. It'll be a tough one. Might take days. Just a job? Ah, so I've done this before. A quest. I like those. Wait, how much time do I have? So, to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop? Um, which one should I pick? I'm just gonna go with number 4. No, wait. I kind of want to, I want to know number 3. I want to know, like, if we're on a time limit. Until the, until the election, duh. There's an election? Which is in 5 days. Okay. We're just being like, we've been dead for who knows how long, and then we wake up and we're just being bombarded with so much information. We have like nothing. Do I have no possessions to our name? And we're being told we have to go on this like really important mission to like investigate something that blew up. And we have no additional information whatsoever. Except for what the voices in our head are telling us. The patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea shop before election day. What is the patriarch? Patriarch. A top clerical rank in Norvik. Different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics, each at the towers. Okay. So if our memory's intact, so these voices are kind of just, they're just telling us what we already know then. So that patriarch guy set us out on a mission. But was that the reason why why we died? Because we were sent out on this mission and then something didn't go right, I'm guessing. You must honor this request and complete this quest. And quest is clickable. Okay, what is it gonna say? So a quest, a task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. Okay, we're a professional. It's official. We were half dead or completely dead, but now we are back in it again, and we will be successful, hopefully. Time only advances when you make new choices and dialogues. Okay. So I think I'm good. I'm gonna pick number 4. So more or less continue. Can I think about this first? Yes, let's finish this job. Yeah, so like I said, like things aren't gonna progress in the storyline until I like move on from talking about things, so I'm just gonna pick number 2. Alright, but first oh wait, damn right, you'll do great. Now let's get going. Alright, but first you feel dizzy. Oh, okay, so that was a hit. Currently we have 4 out of 6 HP. That worries me a little bit. The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. Earthguard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Your body aches, its contents rotting. Oh. Well, when was the last time we even ate anything? If we were dead for a while or passed out. I don't know if we were dead, if we were unconscious for a while. You must consume an apple now. I just love the emotion of the all caps words. Like it's funny. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. Oh, okay. So if we hear some ring-a-dings, then okay. If they're high or low enough, okay. They will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. So, okay. So not necessarily a good thing. Could lead to something bad if we follow the advice. That's good to know. Which I will probably forget. I'm so very confused. I'm Yeah, I could see that. Rub your temples. Okay, thank you, voices in my head. I'm gonna pick number 3. Cause yeah, I've been calling them the voices in my head this whole time, so. Okay. Okay, so this is a point and click, cause I don't think I need to. Can I? Okay, so I can use like arrow keys to move and whatnot, but I can also just move somewhere with clicking. So I'm just gonna click. Can Okay. I can trifle. I can behold. Okay, and then there's a talk option. I'm guessing if I go up to people. I don't want to trifle because I don't know where I am. I don't want to I don't want to piss off like whatever deity is in here. Let me look at this. Behold. A divine shrine covered in apples. Okay. Oh. Question mark? Question mark? A great mountain of apples. Oh, well, I knew that. I thought it was gonna let me eat one because I said I was hungry. Who's this? Behold. It's a corpse under a blanket. Yeah, I kind of figured. Engage? Cold corpse. You stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of a someone. Uh, we could say, sir, you can't sleep down here. I see. It must be normal to take naps down here. Okay. I could check under the rag or let him sleep. He must have had a rough day. Oh, okay. If I try to talk to the corpse, is it actually gonna say anything, or am I just gonna look stupid? I'm gonna go with number 2. There's no response. Come on, wake up. The silent treatment, huh? Funny. Stop this idiotic behavior. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you wish to commune with the corpse in any meaningful way, I suggest speak with dead. A 3rd level necromantic spell. Oh, that's the one that we saw earlier. I think that's the one that we know. It allows you to animate a spirit into a corpse and have it answer 5 questions, as long as that corpse retains a suitable vessel. That mainly boils down to still having some sort of mouth. Okay. No breathing, no movements, nothing. Oh. Oh, he's dead. This is no shit. can't. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. We're just doing some buffoonery in here. A true statement. Okay. I don't want to check under the rag actually. I should stop messing with the corpse. Yeah, probably. Okay. Oh, there's an apple over here. Wait, what is this? This isn't yours, is it? I don't know. An apple looks better than the ones in the pile. Okay, well then let's eat this one. I'm gonna trifle with it. Okay. Inventory? Consume. +1 hit point. Okay, cool. Because I was getting a little bit worried about our hit points there for a second. We were just taking hits and talking to corpses. Okay, so I'm a cleric. Okay. So based off of what we chose with our character, with our stats and everything, we are a cleric. Okay. Sounds about right. So empty feat slot unlock feats by completing quest branches. Okay, so the more we progress in the story, we'll unlock like I guess like perks for our character. I think those would probably be perks. Okay. And then it does give us still some overviews of things, so like hit points, a representation of your willpower and health. At 0, you go unconscious. Death saving throws are rolled until you either get back up with exhaustion, or you die. Each level of exhaustion lowers your max HP by 10%. HP starts at 8. Every additional level adds 5. Okay. Hit dice. Spend 1 to short rest for 10 minutes. Allows you to restore 1d8. Okay. You're gonna have to forgive me with like some of these like abbreviations for things. So I'm guessing that's something I don't know. To restore HP. Regain a random spell slot and unlock all failed ability checks. You regain your hit dice on a long rest. Your max amount of hit dice is equal to your level. Okay. So we have 1 right now. Because we're just level 1. Proficiency. This amount is added onto your ability score modifier. If you are proficient in that ability score, it becomes +3 at level 5. Okay, so right now I'm at level... or +2. Okay. And then experience. Your current amount of XP. Gain more by speaking with characters, completing quest branches, pickpocketing, casting spells, and exploring the city. So even if we're being a hooligan, we can level up and progress. Let's turn off my fan. It was hot earlier, like I said, during the day, but now that it's getting later into the night, it's not so much. I don't really need the fan on me. At least not right now. So let's see. Okay. We looked at everything. What is questing? Ooh. Okay. This reminds me of Skyrim a little bit. You know when you open up your skill branches and stuff and then it like pops you up into the sky? Okay. What is that? Election week. Oh, okay, yeah, right, because they mentioned about the election. So the first ever election in Norvikian history will take place in just a few days' time. What will you vote for? You've talked about positive opinions on Asgalianism I really hope I'm pronouncing these correctly. About one single time ever since waking up in the witch house really brings you back. That is, the humor in the game is just, it's great. I love this. It's very, very entertaining. Okay. What is this? Right, so that one would be like our more immediate one. The tea shop that blew up. Your purpose on Tolstad is to investigate an exploded tea shop, locate this establishment, and gain entry. Okay. And we have nothing so far. We have a helmet. Helm. Practically your face. Do not take it off. Okay. We just have a helmet that's welded onto our face now. Ooh. Okay, we have a map. Look at our map. And we can drag it. Oh, that is nice. Okay. So, Goblin Garden. So we're in a... Oh, is it like all goblins here? Because it said something about finding the Goblin Chieftain earlier, I think. Okay. So... Okay. I'm just kind of I'm clicking around a lot. I'm very curious. I'm trying to figure out where things are. So... Prepared spells. Okay, so this is in our spell book. So the amount of spells you currently have prepared, you can prepare spells by visiting a shrine at any time. The amount you can prepare is 2 plus your class level. Okay, so 2 plus your class level plus your intelligence modifier. Okay. I'm really hoping this won't be too I won't be too dumb for this game. Difficulty class. This is the DC. Okay, this is I'm guessing that means difficulty class. So, this is the difficulty class a target has to achieve when rolling a save against one of your spells. The DC is 8 plus your wisdom or intelligence modifier, whichever is highest, plus your proficiency bonus. Okay. Well, I'm sure like once I start like playing around with it and actually doing all of this, then I'll start picking it up. Because right now, it's a lot of information. But, I mean, I am just clicking around. Like, the game hasn't really, like, walked me through anything yet. But I'm probably, like, I'm not there yet. I'm not slinging spells right now. So, I'm just getting ahead of myself and looking through stuff that's probably doesn't pertain to me right now. Collected spells. So, I can collect them. Okay. The amount of spells in your spell book. You can gain more by collecting and memorizing spell scrolls. Okay, so if we find any, we can read it, I'm guessing, and it'll be collected into our spell book. 0 cure wounds, first level. Cure wounds. Oh, okay, so that's a spell. It's a first level evocation. It's divine range is touch. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, and then I click it to just make it all go away. Got it. And then, so on the side, I can also pull it up over here if I want to go into, if I want to look at all of this, I can just pick it from the side. And then I can also go up here and also look at my journal or my inventory. Okay, this is good to know. Very, very good to know. Got it. Okay. So let's go over here. What is this? Behold. A very important piece of paper. I'm gonna trifle with it. Voting card, -1 intelligence. Wait, no, I didn't mean to go that far. Okay. What is this? Okay. Divine scripture. Where, what? No. Where it does not belong. Okay. Trifle. A shield of faith. Memorized shield of faith. Oh, cool. We got it in a spell. Okay, so these are ones that we do know. So we know cure wounds. We know shield of faith. So duration up to 1 hour. A shimmering field appears and surrounds you, protecting you from damage. For the duration, any loss of hit points is reduced by 1. Okay. So we could use that if we know, like, we're about to go into battle, or we are in battle. Right. I keep forgetting I need to, I keep wanting to just, like, click off, and I keep wanting to just click off of whatever it is, like how I was inside the spell book. I want to just, like, click off on the screen to get out of it, but I have to go to the symbol again and then click it again to get out of it. Okay. Who is this guy? Because I've been seeing this guy out of the corner of my eye, and I kind of it looks, this person looks a little scary. So I'm gonna behold first. A guy. He looks indecisive. He also kind of, like, not to be mean, but he looks a little like unwell. Let's engage. A zombie. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. What is we can choose to just poke him. That's kind of rude. I mean, he hasn't attacked us yet. What is your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. We could say, identify yourself, citizen. You trying something here, smartass? Why is this man not listening to me? I guess the third one? His glassy dark eyes just stare forward into nothing. This is a reanimated corpse. Okay. Probably a work zombie, although it has been illegal to employ undead since the bone purge of 11. Like 2011? Bone Purge, a citywide effort in 11 PE to stop necromancers from out-competing mortal staffed factories. Hey, that sounds very close to what's going on with AI nowadays, huh? We hate to see it. Sir, are you a member of the undead? We're just gonna continue with the questioning, even though it's not gonna answer us. What's he doing while he's working? Should I should I defeat the zombie? Attack the zombie, go away, leave. I don't think we need to attack the zombie because, like, obviously someone put him here for a reason. So, I think we should. Well, he's also in the way, but I don't know if I need to go this way. This guy just won't move. I was trying to go this way, but okay. Well, maybe I can go around. Because it looks like there's some stairs over here. Let me go this way. We can go up around him. Behold. A spiral staircase, ancient architecture. Yeah, let's just... Difficulty classes. I don't know what any of that really meant. Not meant. I'm not sure what that meant. But, okay. Okay, well, here's a person. Oh goodness. What in the world? Okay, I didn't mean to go all the way back over here. I wanted to talk to, this guy. Behold. He looks kind of like a vampire. The local mortician. So I'm guessing that was his zombie. Whoa, okay. I don't understand any of that. Are we gonna be able to talk to him? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. A great perch. These are official documents of the city. Great perch. The drake-like sea creature found along River Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually, the great perch became the symbol of his great city. Okay. A big snake. That is the great perch of Norvik. Okay. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this witch house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, Cleric, just let me know. I think we had looked at the definition of cleric before, didn't we? Cleric, a servant of a god, deeply devoted and spiritually connected. Typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. He smiles at you. We could look around the room. Did you save my life? I woke up below. I have a lot of questions. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the last one. Perfectly understandable. Oh, and we got 5 XP. So I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, Cleric. Tell me everything. I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you here certainly thought so. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. You never are. Okay. River Takey added. Okay, we'll look at that afterwards. They'd caught you in their net, believe it or not. Such a strange tale. So not dead, just a bit wet. Wait, how did you end up in the river? How did I end up in a river? Who were these fishermen? Where can I find these fishermen? So I am in fact alive. I have some other questions, I think. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off of one of the bridges to Tolstad. Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress and one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Jor's Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and Water Lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. There are 7 bridges over River Torna, connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. I would never fall. It must have been an assassination attempt. I must have slipped. Happens all the time. Perhaps there is an esoteric explanation to all of this. Perhaps. You would know, Cleric. Okay. Who were these fishermen? Awesome. We got... So, okay. So... We are gaining experience depending on what we choose to say. So... River Guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Okay, so nice people found us. Where can I find them? He ponders your question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. But perhaps Water Lane. That's just a guess. My mouse is going all funky. Get over here. Okay. Water Lane. The largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Good guess. Lots of boaters hang out there. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them. I mean, you know, for having like a pet zombie in his little like underground apple orchard for the dead, like he seems pretty nice. And I mean, he's pretty chill with like us questioning him, so so I am in fact alive. The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes. I believe you are. Okay. I have some other questions, I think. Do you know? So we have a skill check, I'm guessing. I require assistance with some things. There's a zombie in your basement. Or we could do this wisdom. Figure out what's weird about this guy. Or we could just leave. Let's try. We got an 8. Oh, we failed it. You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Oh, wow. Okay. Nana's just being creepy on this dude after he was just nice to us. Eventually you feel stuck in your thoughts. I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He is correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. Get back to it, just me staring at this poor guy for long periods of time. Some dice checks are locked on failure and can be attempted again later. Okay. That's good to know. These checks are unlocked on a long or short rest, or by spending shards of Jor. Okay. But a roll with a very high DC should probably be lowered before attempting again. Okay. I wish you luck with your endeavors. Got it. I'm gonna go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. I'm guessing he's not actually dead. That's just an expression. Too quick, like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. What belongings? Did I have any weapons on me? Got it. I don't need your help. Yeah, I'm off to quest a bit. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. I'm not sure if it's mine. Maybe, possibly. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry over there, he says, and points across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. This is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, Cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. An esoteric pocket. An area overtaken by esoteric magic. Exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, with the infinite waste being theorized to fill with nothing but... Oh, to be filled with nothing but. Can I still click on this? Okay, the coast. Also known as Jor's Realm, it is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of information. The war. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite waste. It is theorized to be a ring or a half sphere due to the bend of the horizon. Okay, so gotcha. Band. An esoteric divide splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographic areas commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits. The stretches from the coast to the infinite waste. Gotcha. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of River Torna. River Torna, the second longest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of Ascani in half. Ascan, one of 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold, mountainous realm. It is your home, also referred to as Ascani, interchangeably. Okay. Lots of information. I'm still processing. I may not remember all of this, but it's okay. I mean, we have all this in our dictionary, so that's a good thing. Damn, you'll have to pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer. Well, maybe. Good. You do not need arms in this city. You need heart. I mean, if we can help it, like, I would prefer to not have to kill things, but I want to be prepared, just in case. So, I'll just say got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. Okay. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, Cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. I was gonna say, like, how does he know that we have a quest? When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. To do so, either double click or hold shift and the left trigger. Okay. Time to go. Leave. Well, I don't want to run right now because I want to should I go back and behold. Pocket watch, yours? Well, he said I could have it. +1 intelligence. Advantage in events. Okay. Cool. Is it already on me? Or do I need to, like, do something with it? I don't know, I guess I'll just keep it on me. Okay. I'm wondering if I need to go, get that card that was down here. Ah, no. Go, like, this way. It was down here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go back down to make sure I get all of my stuff, I guess. Because I thought I picked up everything I could, but maybe I need that voting card. I'm gonna trifle with it. Okay. So, I got it. Yeah, a scuffed voting card made out to Ragnar Hemlin. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. Examine. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top it says Roshcourt in big bold lettering. Roshcourt means voting card in fancy Escani Dwarven. Okay, that makes sense. 5 days remaining. Oh, right, there's an election. Oh. It was nice to not think about it for once. Useless. We've never had one of these before. Neat. We should just get a God King again. Worked great last time. It's time for a damn revolution. Very neat. Finally, your voice will be heard. Along with every other idiot in Norvik. Norvik, your home city, founded by your god toward the end of the Coast War. It is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. The Coast War, the Great War, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. Okay, I think that was meant to be said a little bit differently. There was no honor in this fighting, that you know. Okay. How does this thing work? Look at the list of parties. Nationalist Party of Norvik. The Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will, a theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. Wow, okay. Oh. So, a party of the upper class is what that is. Let's see. Magistrates. I'm just, anything that I can click on, I'm clicking on. Oh, honey. You want to go out again? Again? Okay. Okay. My dog always wants to go in and out. But yeah, I'm anything that I can click on in the text, I'm making sure to click on to expand my dictionary and if it gives me any XP. So, magistrate, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Okay, let's see what that is. Lord Patriarch, the commander of city forces and top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Akisum holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He is a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most power in the hands of the magistrates. Free Strider, Revolutionary Party. Free Strider, the new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly creeped into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Okay. As Asgalist Workers' Party. I think that's what we've been going with, the Asgalist. The workers who built this city want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? So, like, socialists, I think? Okay, well. I mean, I don't really know too much about this world, so I just picked whatever. But, I mean, if they seem caring towards each other, why not? Because, I mean, at the end of this, like, I don't really know what the end goal of the game is going to be, if we're actually going to see what happens, you know, like, with all of our decisions culminated, for good or bad. Agrarian Rural Party. Okay, and we can't click on that. I'm guessing because we already clicked on it before, maybe. Arcanist, Party of Magic. Arcanist, the Magocrats who ruled pre-Coast War human civilizations in Old Dimenor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Dimenor, the arcane era name for reeds, often referred to as Old Dimenor. Oh my gosh, I hate my brain sometimes because Dimenor sounds like Dimmadome from the Fairly Odd Parents. It's okay. Yes. The name was changed by Free Strider revolutionaries to mark the end of the old magocracies. Got it. Oh, I can click on Arcane Era. So the Arcane Era, 511 years of rapid magical and technological growth, as well as the birth and death of the great human magocracies in Dimenor, now reeds, ended 27 years ago. So, not that long ago. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want, or just leave it empty for a null vote. Okay. So, the box next to each party is filled in with a smudged checkmark, including the last empty one. Smart move. No one can get mad if you vote for every party. I mean, I don't know if it would even count, right? Because you gotta pick something. You gotta make a decision in the end, no matter how on the fence you are. Idiotic. You need to pick a side and stick with it. Your honor is on the line. I mean, it might sound a little bullheaded, but it's true. Can't really go anywhere without picking a side. So, are these all the parties? Great. I know what to vote for already. Are these all the parties? No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Okay. Norvik, this central city of Ascani and last bastion of humanity. It was founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 468 AE, exactly 27 years ago. Oh, exactly 70 years ago. I don't know where I'm getting these numbers. The Reconquest, a historical event in Norvik. It began with Earth's landing in 466 AE and is said to have been finished by 468 AE, when Earth finished eradicated the trolls who roamed in the ruins of Tulin cattle. It is a point of contention if it should be called a reconquest or just a conquest, as no humans had ever lived in the location before. Humans. Humans, tall and beautiful like yourself, known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. um, Most have been subsumed over the last few years, such as the Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, Order of the Scales, Hedonist Party, and the various guild parties. The Agrarians and Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined a larger party or fallen aside. Okay. I'm just gonna put good to know, and I'm gonna leave. So we have that. Do we need to take this? Trifle. A tattered cloak. Okay. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. Oh. It is light blue and tattered. And it was once yours. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It has been ripped to shreds at the base, but you could still use it. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. We can weigh it in our hands, wring out the water. Should I wear this? Move on. I'm gonna wring out the water. Oh, the filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. Oh, it could be moldy. It is still quite wet. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Yeah, kind of figured. No. Should I wear this? No. Like, why would you? It's soaking wet. I'll think about it. I mean, I am a rogue, so yeah, let's wear it. But I'm not a rogue. Sorry, the word I am not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. What is even happening? Please rephrase. That's not one word, though. Oh, well, then I guess I am a rogue. You don't tell me what to do. Oh, that's not one word, though. So pedantic. So unrefined. Shut up. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Gods, I can fit so many items in this thing. Yes, you are very lucky. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. Whew. Okay, yeah, it's basically the money. The main coinage in Norvik. Norvikian crown, the official currency of Norvik, suffered heavy inflation during the years after Earth's passing. A meal is somewhere between 5 to 20 crowns. A cheap month's rent is 100 crowns. A spell book is 50 crowns. An average salary outside the city is up to 300. Average salary inside the city is up to 500. Earth's passing, the day your god died. Norvik used to celebrate this with fervor when you were little, as many fanatics believed he would return if they hosted a truly legendary feast. Earth's passing, drink and feasting with family and friends, mostly used to ignore the darkness of winter outside. Oh, wow. Okay. How do they know he died? Interesting. Okay. So we're getting a lot of information and then also to a lot of questions. So, of course, you don't truly own this pouch of holding. It is property of the state, treated as such. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Right. Okay. So I think that was everything that we needed down here, right? We have this. Can I put it somewhere? Oh, I can actually put it on me. Okay. So I need to click and drag things onto my person. What is this? Okay, this is where my weapon would go. This is just for a miscellaneous item, I'm guessing. So it'll give me +1 intelligence in esoteric events. This would give me -1 intelligence, and this is +1 dexterity, but -1 charisma, because it looks terrible. And it's soaking wet. So I think we're good with this. Okay, yeah, I think we got everything. Still the zombie down here. Did the other zombie move? No. I really wanted to see what if anything was on the other side, but I don't want to kill him, and plus I don't have a weapon, so I feel like if I try to attack the zombie it would just be bad for me. So I'm gonna leave. Again. Also, I like this design of them trying to pot a plant, and then the plant was like, no, you cannot contain me, and it just like broke free. I know there was another dude. Ooh, what is this? Behold. Mushrooms. Probably edible. Should I trifle with the mushrooms? I mean, this is a demo. We're just trying things out, right? Let's trifle. Svamp extract. What is that? Is it for like a potion? A small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind altering. Probably. +3 HP. I mean, I think we're good on HP. I mean, we are like -1 HP. Like we have let's see. We're 5 out of 6 HP. So, I mean, we're okay for right now. Let's go to this other guy and see what he's... Who are you? Behold. Oast, Chief of Security. And I can't read any of that. Okay. Engage. Wriggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Even the small blade can fell a giant. Watch out for this one. Master, say you behave. You don't tell me what to do. You're adorable. I have some questions for you. Thank you for your time. I have some questions for you. Short question. Go. Who are you? You are a kobold. How'd you get this gig? You wouldn't actually shoot me, would you? Can I borrow your crossbow? Yeah, he's just gonna give me his weapon. Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred? I'm gonna go with number 6, but I have a feeling he's not gonna be very helpful. Incident? Tea shop blow up. Boom. Did you boom it? The kobold makes a cackling noise. I wish. Tea shop explosion would be fun to set up. When it happened, I was on Water Lane, on mission. A mission? What were you doing on Water Lane? I feel like I need to ask you something else. A mission? Not mission. I meant to say errand. Did you now? What were you doing on Water Lane? Milk. Doing milk. Deliver. You deliver milk. Yes, side hustle. I don't know if he's being... I feel like he's not being completely truthful with us. Kobolds don't even drink milk. I want to know more. Interesting. So he seemed suspicious even before we knew that kobolds don't drink milk. I want to know a lot less. Ask questions about the milk. Don't ask questions about the milk. The kobold stares at you. This milk situation is intense. Oh, okay. Where does the milk come from? Who buys the milk? Do kobolds produce milk? Do you like milk? Can I have some milk? I don't have anything else to ask about milk. Oh my gosh. Where does it come from? Cows. Where do you get the cow milk? Market. Okay, I'm just gonna... who buys the milk? Humans. Waterlane humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn. Okay, well I think we've had our... Side hustles are always smart. You should do a milk run later. It pays. Okay, I don't have anything else to ask about milk. I'm gonna just leave it there. Okay, milk curious? Thank you. Yes, thank you. This knowledge will be very useful. I have to let my dog in again. Okay. You probably shouldn't look too deeply into this. There's probably no money to be made in milk, right? I mean, probably is, but... thank you for your time, Kobold. I don't want to spend too long when we're supposed to be, we have some urgency, right? We have to go check out the tea shop? An open manual for esoteric geometry. You know this already. Do I? Behold. Wait, is that... What is it? Trifle? -3 intelligence, a ruined prayer book. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched in salt water. It's absolutely and completely ruined. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Ascani writing. One of the most basic kind. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. No, no, no. By Earth. Phoenix Foot updated. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'll cost a fortune. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a disgrace. Take the ruined prayer book. The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. A thick tomb lies upon the iron slab. Engage. You flip the tomb open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. You can read these symbols, but they are in Old Draconic Diminorian. De verbis draconum ars occulta. These words should translate into something akin to Occult dragon speech. Oh, so there's dragons in this world too? That's interesting. Old Draconic. Yes, the tongue of the dragon masters of Old Diminor. Old Diminor, a term for Old Diminor, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds. During the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements, some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. Reeds, one of the 8 bands along the coast, it is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes. Commonly seen as the homeland of humans, large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. Could I translate this? No. Nope. Not without many weeks of study. You were not trained in Draconic at the Towers. The Towers. The home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as OACN. Arcane, one of the 3 pillars of magic. It is represented by the forces that make up all esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strings tap into these powers, programming the laws of the existence around their whims. You skipped those classes. Why learn languages when you can just use magic? Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. You do. It's highly annoying that you seem to have lost your memorization. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common. Okay, well that's good to know. What's this? A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. Can I get some? Nice. Okay, so we have our prayer book. We have some incense. Easily burned spices and herbs can be used to recover first level spell slots. Okay. And then we do have milk curious. Crown collection, coin capture, cash kidnapping. There are many ways to describe it. Get rich or die trying. The only way to do it is obviously to get this milk delivery gig. Try checking around Waterlane in the morning. Okay. Got it. Okay. I'm just being nosy, looking around. You kick the bottom of a crate. Your foot hurts. Well, I didn't know there was a crate there. Okay. Just go back around. Oh, wait. What's this? No, too much reading. Engage. So many books. Basic manuals. Arcanists. Histories. Novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. Read Autobiography Prax by Lord Filius Prax. A classic. You kept this book on your bedside table for years during your scribing years. You take a look at the first page. In these pages, I shall endeavor to recount the journey of a mind born to greatness, a will tempered by the crucible of ambition, and a spirit bound to the relentless pursuit of the arcane. My name is Filius Prax. It goes on to make grandiose statements on his personal abilities of magic. As always, this man is contradictory. He both praises his own natural gifts and mental abilities, while stating himself worthy only through his hard work and merit. It is ridiculous. Esoteric books. Know this, I write not for the masses, but for the few who possess the clarity of vision to see beyond the veil of mediocrity. To them, I offer my life as a lesson and a legacy, that they might learn from my triumphs and avoid the pitfalls that lie in wait for the unweary. You remember the first chapters dealing with his youth, growing up in the ruthless court of a rival house, the Hagenshags, one of the most powerful megacratic families in Old Dimenor, known for their potions and necromancy, spawned from the seed of the Shadow Lord, a god and theocratic ruler of the Divine era. Divine, one of the three pillars of magic, it is represented by the sacred, the faith of all folk, their souls, and is granted by gods who walked among us. How he struggles against relentless opposition and bullying, making himself out to be an underdog. Power is not born of blood, nor inherited by the fortune of birthright. It is cultivated in the crucible of the mind, refined by the fires of discipline, and sharpened by the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Let those who seek to rule first learn to kneel before the altar of wisdom, for it is there that true strength is forged. Yet he does not address his own privilege. Okay. If it is only merit, then he should not have needed any of those fancy private studies or lecturers. Stop complaining, the story is just getting good. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead, through merit of ability and nothing else. I dig this idea. Of course you do. You're a wizard after all. A wizard, a book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Esoteric, the magic of Jor and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Jor, the name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing, at the end of the Gate Era. The Gate Era, a period lasting approximately 3,000 years. The first era, named after the many gates opened by Jor to connect his realm with all the others, ended around 2,000 years ago, if you trust modern scholars. The world would be better if I ruled it like Prax did. I'm gonna say I'm not a wizard, though. A false statement. Flip through the pages. In the second half, Prax begins to talk about his early political career, the intricacies of magocratic bureaucracy, how he learned to play the game well enough for himself to reach a dictatorship as the youngest magocratic ruler ever. The rest is mostly a collection of meditations surrounding magic and power. A strong leader with clear intent. The esoteric, in its purest form, is neither good nor evil. It is a tool, a force to be wielded by those with the intellect to do so. Yet let us not be so naive as to think that power alone grants one the right to rule. The arcanist must also be a statesman, for the whims of unchecked magic can lead even the wisest astray. Govern with an iron hand, but let that hand be guided by the principles of reason and justice. Thus shall the state prosper, and thus shall the legacy of the magocracy endure. Ironic. I see not irony here, only truth. In the halls of power, the arcane shall be our shield and our sword. Yet remember this, the arcanist's duty is not only to himself, but to the state and its people. For in the endless pursuit of knowledge, one must not forget the price of ignorance. A vigilant mind is the guardian of civilization, and a vigilant state the fortress of progression. Let no shadow fall upon our vigilance, for in the light of our knowledge lies the path to true dominion. The final parts of the biography focuses on an even and an focuses on an even deeper and more rambling side of ruling. This is way too much reading. Shut the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Put the book back. Let's see. So that was by Prax. Read Folktales by the Trill Sisters. Opening the Trill Sisters book shows you an index of several tales, many of which you heard growing up. These stories shape reality, for the mind does not distinguish a tale from a real-life lesson. They are but the same. Out of the tales, you see the one you remember the most, the one about the gnome and the Titan. Titan, term for gigantic creatures who first inhabited and shaped Jor's realm. This story always spoke to you, mostly because of the unlikely friendship between the two. Read A Little and the Large. In the old days, when dragons ruled the skies and titans wandered the earth, there lived a gnome named Abacus, known far and wide as a half-wit. Whether by fate or folly, he often found himself in the oddest of places, and so it was that he stumbled into a deep valley of Askin. This valley was home to Kalyamor, the Mist Titan, a colossal being with fur as thick as the ancient forests and limbs that clutched the very mountains. His upper body was hidden in, or perhaps made of, the swirling mist that filled the valley. But on this day, the valley was not the serene refuge it had once been. The air was thick with ash. The rivers ran black, and the trees stood as charred husks. Esuth, the ancient red dragon, had set the forest aflame, hoping to drive Kalyamor from his domain and claim the fertile valley for himself. Esuth, the red dragon of Askin. His rise to power through trickery and betrayal is legendary, as is his fall to Abacus, the half-wit, and the Mist Titan. Rumors say his spirit still haunts the ever-lit Burned Coast to this day. The Burned Coast, a vast piece of coastline just east of Norvik. It's a charred area filled with volcanic activity and kobolds. It's one of many eternally cursed lands on the coast. It's nearly impossible to travel to Reeds via land because of this area. Kalyamor was furious, his great form trembling with rage as he searched for the source of the destruction. His eyes fell upon Abacus, who was wandering aimlessly, his tiny mind more puzzled by the sudden darkness than anything else. Oh. To think that the coast was filled with these beasts of Jor at one point. They reigned harshly and wildly, but it's not hard to see why some preferred their chaotic dominance to the tyranny of dragons. Continue to the verses. Thriklum-chum, who dares bring fire to where none should come? Ashes taint my sacred mist. Speak, small one, lest you be missed. Abacus looked up, squinting through the fog, and scratched his head. Fire? No, I have no fire to share. No flame do I bring, nor ash to bear. For in the dark I see clear as day. 'Tis those who can't that need the flame, they say. Thriklum-chum, what nonsense from your tongue does come? Who is it that needs this blaze, that blackens my mist and dims my days? Well, question thee, who needs a flame? To light their path and stroke their claim? Perhaps it is Esoth, the king, whose fires to your valley bring. Thriklum-chum, the dragon's days are surely done. Guide me, gnome, to where he lies. Together we shall dim his skies. A wonderful little tale about the little and large. The story goes on to wax about the friendship sparked between this eldritch titan and the silly little gnome as they sought out Esoth on his throne. The ancient red dragon then falls to the titan's might after Abacus accidentally guides him to the correct location. One of those classic stories every child in Askin is told growing up. Toll, Earth's brother and mythical explorer of Askin, founded several towns along River Torna, and famously never returned from his expedition to the Infinite Waste. The word told has nothing to do with historical figure. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I'm like, I was wondering why told was highlighted. Okay, that's funny. It is important to remember that this is an oral tale passed down over generations. This is simply the shape in which it was written down. Who knows how exactly it functioned in its original state? Close it. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Folk Tales. Return the book. You place it back on the shelf. Read Collected Chants of Norvik by Patriarch Philly. This is a printed edition of Philly's... Oh, Pilly. I was saying Philly. This is of Pilly's work, but still old. Probably came from the earliest Norvikian printers. On the first page, a short message is hand-scribbled in the corner. My belief lay in the collected humanity of Norvik. May you remember that from this collection with honor and grace. Pilly D. Is this a handwritten message from the second patriarch himself? Protect this book with your life. This is a sacred artifact. Fascinating to think the Pale Man held such a treasure on his shelf. Read the foreword. A dream of unity under earth. The book begins with a lengthy essay about the foundation of Norvikian culture values. It's really like a guide, if anything, on what a Norvikian person is, how their values come from various tribes in the old country, and how together they have formed something greater under earth. You've read this before, but you do get a better sense of what this all means now. It is, in some sense, a plea, a stern suggestion for every human in Norvik to lose any sense of former tribal identity, to embrace a new one, a Norvikian spirit, to give away the old and embrace the new. It is not a completely bad move. To unite a folk is to build commonality, to lower inequality, although, of course, there were many direct ways the state at the time made sure that the old did not remain in the shadows. Violence and depression at times. The text directly explains how a new Norvikian culture will help the city grow and fight against inequity and injustice through unity, mainly by being generous and not hoarding wealth, among other things. Then finally, it does touch upon the connection with dwarves as well, and how the Norvikian spirit is not contained within humans only. It is not just blood, it is sweat and tears as well. Those folk who unite with us will not be seen as an other. No, they too are Earth's folk. They too are Earth's guard. That's a long ass forward. A lovely sentiment. Indeed, that is something to live up to. Read Torna's Lament. I went with you to foreign shores, my lord, my guard. I pray you keep from harm the beasts each shard, a proof of your devotion. Thus I give myself to your folk. I give my life for a home at the river, in that sliver of land, to vanquish the beasts who roam, the evil who lair, the fires that burn, to build a life along the river. Every shepherd knows the song, it bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. It is your favorite. Close the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Collected Chants of Norvik. This is a really great book. It is. Place the book back. You do so. It fits nicely back into its slot. This book does not deserve you. If you were stronger, more capable, then perhaps you could have carried that weight. What? You really want the book? This is very confusing. I'm just putting back the book. Let us forget this for now. The book stares at you from the shelf. Leave the books alone. Okay. Auto-saving. Okay. So, voices upstairs and the smell of salt. Okay. Let's go up then. Oh wait, let me make sure there wasn't something over here that I didn't need to interact with. What is this? An unlocked chest full of strange books. A shard of Jor. Okay. A bright rock. It fits your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvik, and some speculate they are all shards of Jor's pillar. To untrained hands, they have no inherent value, but you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogues to unlock dice checks. Ooh, okay. Yeah. We want that. I'm looking around for other stuff to click on. And then we came from over there. So, we already got mushrooms. What are these? The red eye of earth. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. Oh, okay. Your fate one day. No, I don't want to trifle. I don't want to trifle with the dead bodies because I'm worried that it's gonna be bad luck. So let's just go up. I don't think there's anything else we can do down here. So let's just go up. Behold, the smell of salt. Yes, we will go up. Okay. Tolstad, Central Norvik. Hello. Oh, I have to go around. Oh, okay, I can't talk to him. I thought maybe I could talk to... Okay, I can talk to this guy, though. Engage. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgul, the Fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. Cityman, he calls out to you as you approach. We've made it clear already, we're not moving, not one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. Well, that's no way to greet the Cleric of Norvik. Just passing through, dwarf. What's going on here? Just working, the boys will be done soon enough. You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He's only saying that because he's had to defend himself quite a lot lately. Okay. Wait, that must mean he's doing something highly illegal. Stop him. Great. I was worried there for a second. Nothing illegal, huh? I don't care. I'm on a higher mission. We have the papers. Nothing illegal at all. A half-truth. One of the older dwarves spits on the ground next to him. You even know who you're talking to, child. This here be Alphaz of the Ben Emvers, a foreman in the Asgoist movement of Norvik. A foreman, one of the leading members of the Norvik Asgol Council. Sometimes called the NAC, this is a group of foremen, or forefolk, within the Asgol movement in Norvik. They lead workers' union movements, Asgol rallies, and the entire Asgoist Workers' Party. Oh, okay, I think we were trying to support these people, I think. Damn, that's a lot of good. You're a celebrity? Okay, sure, I have some questions for you, lads. I mean, I don't know, like, do we really need to, like, well, I just say, damn, that's a lot of good. Simi exaggerates. He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. I am also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy. A dwarf. A stout, short, hairy, loves to dig and build. You know the drill. They built most of Norvik and have a long history with the Earthfolk. Earthfolk, the people of Earth, the ancestors of those who reconquered the Ascani coast. True mythological heroes. Typical talking points. He grins. Just wanted to make that clear. Don't mention the whole noble thing. It'll just piss him off unless you want that. You boys setting up a play or something? A play? He spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Talstad will gather to hear the word of Asgol. He turns toward the orc, and no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Alphas. He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what do you want? You seem a bit stressed. That orc lady sure is annoying. What's the problem here? He shakes his head. Where to even begin? So, it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here. The dwarf shudders. She starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents. We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah. Okay, circle, square, conflict. Real convenient, I say. No, there is nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers. They are. Check the papers. Surely the dwarves have screwed up somewhere. So, she's wrong about the documents? Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Alphaz nods and grunts. Terrible liar. Can't even get the words out. He knows she's right about the documents, but doesn't want to admit it. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue? Morgue? The dwarf crumbles to himself and glances over to the witch house stairs. I thought it was a dentist. Fair assessment. No matter, the Asgol movement is not afraid of death. You hear laughter from the orc behind you. Big words, Alphaz. The dwarf grits his teeth. Damn orc. Isn't it? Okay, yeah, we did that one. So, what's this rally about exactly? He grunts. Guilds. For decades, there's been collective bargaining between Norvikian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Earth, but he kept a tight leash on the upper class of this city. Damn right he did. Blessed be his name. The leash was bad for the city. Now we can grow exponentially. I guess. Lovely talking point. I'm guessing you read that in the Norvikian Post. The biggest newspaper in the city, founded over 50 years ago. Nationalist aligned, anyone or anything that matters in Norvik will be written about in the Post. Funded by the trade company, mind you, he grimaces. The Free Striders have burrowed into every darn power structure, from paperboys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They said free striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes its people poor. We need change. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little bathroom break, and I will be right back. Okay. Take my little break. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, yes. We were talking to these dwarves. So you're here to convince a bunch of Tolstad workers to vote for the Asgalis party? More or less, yeah. But it's also about the spirit of community. Together, we can fight against the perjurers of our labor. Alone, we are as brittle as a twig. In the older dwarf pipes up. A twig in the wind? No, that's not good enough. Like a twig in a fireplace. Twig in the wind is pretty catchy. How about as brittle as a boar with rabies? That's good, right? Like a twig in a fireplace? He points at you. That's good, I like it. Anyway, the rally will be a success. We just need to get rid of that orc. So we can call out to all workers of this magnificent city, he exclaims, as if there was a crowd around him. Vote. Vote with your guts, with your manhood at stake. You too, Mr. Cityman. Isn't... Oh, okay. Can I see the papers? He gives his companion a glance. Why? Moderate. So, construct an argument as to why you should get the papers. Should we try? Okay, we'll try. Ooh, success. Okay, just tell him you're an expert and that you're on their side. I'm an expert. Are you now? Yes. Also, I'm on your side. He repeats louder. Are you now? Now hit him with, I'm your best shot at getting out of this. The dwarf grumbles. His eyes go from you to the orc behind you. Fine. The dwarf sighs and grabs something in his pocket. Okay, cool. We got the documents. I trust you with these documents, Cityman. Tell us we're in the wrong, I dare you. Because we're not, the older dwarf joins in. Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what is actually going on here. Okay, you can examine certain items in your inventory to access unique dialogues. Okay, I'll take a look. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's step over here. So this is, yeah, this is what we're doing right now. Circle square conflict. Yeah, they're in a deadlock. Okay. About whether they can legally be there or not. Okay. So these are the documents. PPG documents. A formal permission of public gathering. It contains a lot of legal nonsense, making it difficult to parse. Examine. It's quite light. Some kind of magazine paper. Unrolling. Unrolling it reveals a short statement about a political rally at the Circle Square. Permission of public gathering accepted, it says in big letters at the bottom, followed by a signature, Tolstad Magistrate, Nicholas Darrow. The actual text uses an archaic and typically bureaucratic writing style. Intelligence. Examine it in detail. Okay, success. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It's perfect, not a single error. Except the date. It says their rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document is perfectly legal, but it's expired. Have I seen this kind of document before? Yes, often. In your scribing duty, you've signed these a number of times. Look at the dates. Yeah, it's expired. Cool document. I don't like it. Stop looking. Okay, Okay, stop looking. So... Wait. So what do you do? About the rally. I checked out the papers. He takes a deep breath. Okay. What did you find out, Cityman? Yeah, these papers expired like last week. He takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago, after this supposed expiry date. You should have checked it more carefully. They must have done it on purpose. It happens. I mean, yeah, you should have checked it more carefully. I did when I turned in the application. This error only appeared on the document I got back. Oh, I'm not at fault here. Bah, the dwarf shouts onto the amphitheater. It doesn't matter whether Daro fucked us or not. We're here and they can't make us leave. Daro, one of the original Earthfolk houses to found Norvik with Earth. Their bloodline can still be found in high positions all around the city. He gives you a menacing glare, and I hope for your sake you're not the sorry lad she's hired to do the deed. I'm just here to observe. I'm the dispenser of justice. I'm indecisive. I'm just observing. He spits on the ground. Fan's cap. A dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry. It's a common curse word. Devil, lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient type of leaders or the worst type of middle managers. Their numbers are dwindling as of late, but in Blood City Bay, they still rule supreme. Blood City Bay, the most populated city around the coast, built upon the corpse of Gorgorian, the Great and Terrible. A sprawling mess of wooden walkways and buildings carved out of the calcified remains. Once famous for its fleet of airships deployed during the Coast War. Once famous for its fleet of airships deployed during the Coast War, known as the origin of the Industrial Revolution, and while New Thazen has overtaken it as the leader in manufacturing, it still stands as one of the most industrious city-states. That was a swear word. You could tell because of the way he said it. About this Asgul. What about him? Asgul Ashmask is a very controversial figure in Dwarven myth, as well as history. If you want to piss off this dwarf, then just pretend to not know who Asgul is. Who is he? I like him. He seems cool. He's Asgul, the great, the kind, our liberator. You like him too then? I apologize, he is cool. Yeah, very. I've got to ask though, is this religion? Most certainly not. He scoffs in your general direction. Is it a cult? I don't know who you've been talking to, Mr. Cityman, but let me assure you, Asgul was no god or demigod or anything related to it. He was a simple man with a dream of a fair and just society. Okay, nothing more. Ouch, sore spot. He is infuriated, but not because of you, but because he has defended this position many times. Oops. Oh, my mouse. Okay. A nobleman, huh? Ah, in the old country, yeah. That doesn't matter here. I'm just a foreman of the Tallstrad district. How much money do you have on you? What? Foreman. I've worked my whole life in the movement. I've earned my title. He's terribly defensive. If you wanted to spark something out of him, you could make him angry. Do we want to do that? I bet you're only here because of mommy and daddy. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you've worked very hard for your position. 17 years, human. It's called dedication. About the rally. What about it? Okay, good luck fighting the tyrants. Thank you, Mr. Cityman. I appreciate it. Alright, have fun. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else I was supposed to be able to do here, but... What does this guy have to say? Simi and the boys. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you approach. Fancy helmet, Cityman. He speaks in a short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Don't engage. Just leave. Thanks. My mom got it for me. You making fun of me, dwarf? I shouldn't engage with this. Leave. Yeah, I'm not gonna. He's being rude, but it's fine. Okay. The orc observes you with great interest. I don't know why I keep beholding them when I can't understand anything. Okay, let's engage. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone. Exuding an air of authority around here, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve, a heart with the initials of the Norvikian Freestrider Regiment. What's this? Agent Vera. Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I am second in command guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. The showing of the palm is a casual cultural greeting and reads. Do not grab her hand. That's not what that is. Grab her hand. Okay. I don't know then. I don't want to grab her hand if that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Should I say my name? Or should I say I'm the cleric, actually? I guess I'll say I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies, not Earthguard, cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. But I suppose you're not all... She says, waving toward your outfit, historically attuned. Not all Earthguard are spellcasters. Not all clerics are Earthguard, but all clerics are spellcasters. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. Probably means she sees you as no threat at all, a mere puppy. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. I'm here on important business. What's the deal with the dwarves? I'd like to know more about you. Little old me. I'm an open book. Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first. Instead, she looks away for a moment and smirks. She's thinking of messing with you. You mean because I'm an orc, I can't be Norvikian, she says, looking at you with a stern expression. I didn't mean it like that. She laughs. I know, don't worry about it. I'm from Blood City Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a little girl. A powerful warrior here. Took me all around the coast, she explains, far from the cursed plains of Feltire. Feltire, one of the 8 bands along the coast, a land half ruined from the millennia of warfare. Its red lowland stands for a quarter of all the food production on the coast, all flowing from the trade ports in the Blood City Bay. The name Feltire either originates in Orcish as High Place, or Badfort in Infernal, or Hillland in Goblin. It is hotly debated. And Gorgorian is of course the archdevil, come to conquer Jor during the Gate era. In fact, his death at the hands of the Orcish Queen Mother Demigoddess marks the end of the Gate era itself. But you should already know this, of course. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you see her eyes glimmer. All those memories coming back to her. She's seen a lot. Those were the days. What's it like being an orc in Norvik? My kind is quite rare, so she mumbles, her gaze trailing off towards the horizon. Some sadness, loneliness. You feel terrible for her. The occasional comment does sting a bit. I've gotten used to it. How nice of you to ask. I'm not asking for you, I'm collecting information. I don't know if we want to be that direct with that. Yes, I'm a wonderful person. I know what it's like being discriminated against. You do? I'll be damned. If you don't mind me asking, how exactly? I do mind, it's a secret. Members of the Holy River Order are a minority in this city. Humans are going extinct. We need to fight back. Technically true. Best kind of true. She laughs and sighs. Cleric, you truly are an enigma. You are... Oh, we can attempt to flirt. You are a strong and physically imposing woman. We could try to flirt. Let's see what happens when we try to flirt. She covers her mouth and tusks with a hand. Okay. She's trying not to laugh. You got one shot. She's bedazzled by your confidence. Don't fuck this up. Do it. Climb that mountain. Tell her she has nice tusks. You got real nice tusks. Bet you can carry me. Bet you can carry me around like a straw doll. I'm not attempting to flirt with you. Got real nice tusks. Thank you. How nice of you to notice. She's desperately trying not to laugh. Sweat, tremors, be wary. This could end very badly. Oh no. Try to save it. We do not have... I don't think we have enough to pull this off, but let's try. Oh, we failed. Your mind is blank, literally. There's nothing that comes to mind apart from the base desires of that aspect of your psyche we don't talk about. I suppose it's time to let it rip. Just go wild though. Just go wild, I don't care. There's nothing that can be done anyway, lost cause. Orc women are better than human women? Do you want to wrestle with me, a member of the Holy Order of the River of Norvik? Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm not going down on my knees and I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna pick the second one. She stares at you, mouth agape. Finally, since she composes herself. You know I'd love to, but I'm kind of busy. Um, Later then. I'll think about it. I took an HP hit for that. This doesn't feel good. Vera looks at you with mouth agape, clearly unsure how to handle it. You've left me speechless. Well done. Not often that happens. Now that we're done with that, do you have anything else to ask at all? Compose yourself. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So you're working with the Free Striders. I don't work for the revolution. It's just a revolution. You fool, you knew that. Maybe? I work for the Ascani Reeds Trading Company. Ascani Reeds Trading Company, one of the many branches of expansionist organizations along the coast. We promote the Free Strider ideals in Asken. Currently, we focus on making sure the selection process goes smoothly, along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much, perhaps not so much on slow days like this, but alas. Thank you for bringing Free Striderism to Norvik. Democracy. I don't care for it. I like the election, but you're going to lose. Sorry, I don't really know any of this. You see, I'm apolitical. Okay. I don't really view it as an ism, but you're welcome. My headphones keep sliding. Okay. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I took this job, speaking with individuals such as yourself, hearing what they have to say. So, thank you for that. She's being genuine. I'm done asking questions about you. If I can get my mouse over there. And it doesn't, act funky. Oh, silly me, talking about myself all the time. What about you? I'm your savior. I'm literally a walking corpse. I'm not important. Stare off into the distance. God. Saying it like that makes you sound anything but. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them. Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says, and winks at you. She telegraphs her sarcasm heavily. This is useful when communicating with slower individuals. Do we want to snitch on them? I don't want to snitch on the dwarves. Oh, do I still have the documents? I never gave it back? I spoke with Alphaz. Make a decision. Oh wait, you know what? Explain it to me in detail from the top. It's all just an inconvenience. Her eyes say a pain in the ass. These lovely Asgilists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here on this lovely little circle square. Unfortunately, they need a permission of public gathering, or a PPG. A PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have a proper PPG. You pick up on her use of the word proper. What does that entail? Proper, and you're just sitting here because sounds like trouble. She scoffs. It is marked for last week. It is expired. But can you believe her? She's not lying, but there's something else. And you're just sitting here because... Simple, really. These dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse. So I am here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined and or arrested. Why don't you just come back at sundown? I would, if it wasn't for the fact that I need to witness the entirety of the trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'd have an assistant do it or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. Arrested by whom? She gives you a smug grin. You, perhaps. The monopoly on violence here on Tolstad is more of an oligopoly? Okay. It'll be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblins. The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenaries for extra legal enforcement, but the company likes to avoid that in most cases. Goblin, short and green, got claws and fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. Monsters, short for monstrosity, defined as a non-sentient creature born out of magical means, often by combining various natural beasts or from curses or esoteric events. As you can imagine, mercs tend to lack that finer touch. There is something shady about this. I would love to enforce your justice. I don't want anything to do with this mess. Do it yourself. Maybe just do it yourself. She laughs. I love your high opinion of me, but even I cannot wrangle a dozen dwarves all at once. Or however many they are. Hard to keep track. They seem to almost spawn out of the ground. Sounds like trouble. Move on. Huh. Trouble would at least be exciting. This is just dull. If only I could get my hands on those PPG documents. Then I could simply hand them over to the city and go home early. Or rather, head back to the office and complete the orc size, the draft for the marketing meetup. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. You're being manipulated. You're being manipulated. Be careful. Yeah, I don't want to, because it wasn't their fault about the whole date mishap. That's, so I don't want to get the dwarves in trouble. I don't know. I'm just gonna say good luck. Yeah, thanks. Nod your head and leave. I'm just gonna leave this alone for right now. Mostly because I wanna autosave it here and come back in. This video is already a little bit long, and I want to spend more time with this game, and because we're just a reminder, this is still a demo. So I don't know how long this demo is exactly, but we are about like 3 hours in, or close to 3 hours in. So if there's still quite a bit more, we're still on day 1. So I want to come back to this either later today or tomorrow and finish this up in a second video. So thank you so much for joining me, especially if you stuck around to the very end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually really liking this so far. I love the humor. The humor is so on point in this. And I love the art. The lore also is going really hard right now. I'm actually really enjoying learning about all these different factions and what happened in the past. So as far as like storyline, great, A+. And I can't wait to see what more I can learn from just this being a demo. So thank you for being here, and I hope I can see you in the second video. Bye.